Hi there, welcome to another episode of the How is Life Mama podcast. And I am Marmar, your host. Thank you for tuning in. Like I introduced in the previous video, would be talking on mentorship today. In my earlier years, I always thought that mentorship was something you would always do without, I thought it was something unnecessary, really. Because I felt if you want to do something, why not learn it? If you want to do something, why not go out there to, do it? Why do you have to go looking for mentors, coaches? I really did not understand the dynamics of mentorship until much recently I found out that you really do need a mentor. You need a mentor. You need someone to guide you. You need someone who has passed through that experience that you are about to pass through to help you not make some mistakes. And that is what I did not understand. I had businesses that did not really go the way they were, that did not really stand the test of time. However, I'm sure if I had a mentor, if I had someone that was guiding me in the path that that business should have followed, I'm pretty sure that business would have seen the light of day. Mentorship. Who is a mentor? A mentor is someone who is knowledgeable, who is an expert, and can provide guidance, support, and advise you that and advise someone that is less experienced. That is who a mentor is. A mentor must be someone that has passed through whatever it is you want to go through. If you are in the entertainment industry, I don't know why I'm always using the entertainment industry. Okay, let me find something else. If you are in the medical field and you need somebody, you want to go into that field. You don't go there alone. You need someone who is experienced. You need someone who must have passed through the hurdles of medical school, the hurdles of meeting with patients one on one. The unruly patients, the anxious patients. They've met with a lot of patients. You need someone who has gone through that experience to guide you as you go through yours. Now, mentors offer their expertise and insights to help you, the mentee, develop skills, make informed decisions, and manage challenges. Because you would experience challenges regardless of having a mentor in your life. But there's something I would always say. With a mentor, you are able to walk a journey that should have taken you an average of 10 years in about 3-4 years, sometimes two, depending on your abilities. With a mentor, they are able to scrap out the trial and error part. You don't need to go through all the processes of trial and error. They kind of scrapped out for you so that you can focus on achieving the goal. So if you have a mentor that has failed, sometimes I really I really place a lot of value on mentors that have failed. If you have someone that is always succeeding, they have this Midas touch. Whatever they touch succeeds. Whatever they do, goes it goes into a blast. They can be your mentor, no problem. They are really good mentors. I always place values on those who had times where it really wasn't working out for them, but somehow they scaled through. They were able to push through. There's something about failure that makes you really diversify your thinking. You become more open-minded to receiving solutions to a problem. Your thinking becomes more divergent than if you've just had successes all the way. Now, those kind of people would take their failures, bundle it, and kind of, dish it out to you, the mentee, so that you would know what not to do. You would know what not to say. You would know where not to go. That is the work of a mentor. Now, mentorship is characterized by trust, mutual respect, a commitment to the mentee's growth and development. Now, there are two kind of mentors that I usually emphasize: the one that is distant from you, the one that is close to you. You can be looking at someone like Mensa Otabio, Dr. Mensa Otabio. If you're looking at him or looking up to him as to be your mentor, and you've not had one-on-one meeting, or you don't have the opportunity to meet up with him on one-on-one, face-to-face level, he is your distant mentor. He should be someone you just potentially look up to. You receive inspiration from them. They reinstate the values that you have. You look at them and you say, yes, this is where I want to be. They're kind of like your end goal, or he is in a place where you want to be. Now, it's different from someone who really is focused on your development and growth. A mentor that is really going to impact your life, impact your development, your growth, should be someone who is intentional, who is willing to be committed to your growth. You can have distant mentors, it's really good and fine, but you should have someone close to you that can monitor your wins, your failures, that can monitor you in general, really close to you. And that's why you find out that if you ask a child, who is your mentor? They tell you, oh, my mom, my dad, that's my mentor. Because those are the people that keep them accountable for their actions. So you need someone close to you to help keep you accountable for your actions. Now, there's a common myth I used to have about mentorship that some of you might have, some of you might have had. That myth was that mentorship is an automatic process. That's wrong. And let me explain what I meant by automatic process. I meant if you meet somebody, you guys just click. You guys just have that chemistry of mentor-mentee relationship, and then you just say, oh, this is my mentor, and then from there you start calling the person your mentor, and somehow maybe the person is just asking you, how is your day, how did your day go, what's did you today, the casual conversation. But somehow, maybe because you really like how the person is living or where the person is, you just term them your mentors. That was the myth I had going on in my head. However, mentorship is an intentional process. It is not an automatic one. You have to be intentional about mentorship. You have to really want a mentor. You have to really see the need to get a mentor in order for that mentorship process to be established. You don't just wake up and boom, there's a mentor beside you. There's somebody you can call your mentor. No, you have to actually really want a mentor. You need to really want a coach. You really need to want someone that would guide you and help you take those steps into the great success that you have in your head. I listed out some steps that would help you get a mentor. In the introduction video, I talked about who a mentor is, how to get a mentor, how to approach a mentor. How do you really get these people, or how can you just know this is my mentor, or this is who I want to mentor me? Now, there are 6 practical steps that I have listed out to help you identify your mentor, help you relate with them, help you get the best of mentorship. Now, the first step is to identify your goals, to identify your needs, identify the problem. Why do you need a mentor? What do you want to achieve? Where do you want to achieve it? You need to understand that you might not necessarily have one mentor. You can have mentors in various let me not say various, in 1, 2, 3 aspects of your life that you really want to work on. You can also decide to have a generic mentor, one that looks into all aspects of your life. However, I really like sectorized mentors. So if I want to increase my financial knowledge, my financial experience, my knowledge in investing, saving, I would really be looking into mentors who are in the financial sector. I will not be looking at just any mentor or just anybody that will ask me, oh, did you save today? Oh, did you how much did you spend today? No. I'm looking for someone who has access to that financial field, that industry. So that sectionality really works for me, and it could work for you too. So first thing is to identify your goals, identify your needs, identify why you feel like you would need a mentor. See, everyone needs a mentor. Everybody needs a mentor, but you need to, like I said, it's an intentional process. If you know you want to grow, if you know you want to skip the whole trial and error process, you would need a mentor. Second, research individuals who have the knowledge you need. If there's anything that really breaks the bank of any industry, is knowledge. You can't really do much if you don't know much. You can't do much if you don't know much. Let's take that in. Let that statement dwell within us. You can't do much if you don't know much. So you need people. Research. Take your phones. Go on LinkedIn if you want. If you feel like that's where you're going to really meet them. You can go on Instagram. Go to all these places. Go to the social media platforms. Research. Look for. You can even, first of all, so that your search is not so vague, you can go to Google. Ask Google to help you list out the top 100, the top 200 people in whatever sector that you are looking to penetrate. If an individual resonates with you, their values, their lifestyle, you can pick them up and make more research. Find out what they're working on, the projects they are currently working on, and follow them. Follow them. Take time to know them. Take time to know them, and then you go on to the next step to establish a connection. You'll find a common ground between you and your mentor. Attend their conferences, their events, their programs, whatever it is that they're doing. Engage in it. Let them kind of see you like, oh, who is this person that is always commenting? Who is this person that is always wanting to volunteer? Kind of, just rushing and somebody you've not followed, or somebody you just researched on them maybe 4 hours ago, you just rushing and, oh, I want you to be my mentor. No, you establish a connection before asking the big question. From there, you send out your message. You begin by explaining why you admire them. Already you've gotten what you admire about them, so you don't begin explaining to them why you admire what you admire. You then proceed to tell them how much of help they would be to you, how much their guidance is going to change your perspectives about whatever industry it is, how much is going to help your life, how much is going to do this for you, do that for you. You can also leverage your network. If you have a friend, or somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody that is close to your potential mentor, you could ask them to introduce you to them. You could ask them to help schedule a meeting. And then after that, we go to the next step 5, which is be clear, be respectful, respect boundaries, be grateful. Be clear on what you want. That's why the first step is very important. Identify your goal. Be clear on what you want. If after the whole mentorship you want to have so and so skills, make sure you are clear about it, so that they too can know how they can help you. So be clear about what you want. Be respectful. Just because you've gotten access to this person does not mean you should engage with them at any hour of the day. You can call them by 11 p.m., 10 p.m., and you're bombarding them with questions. No, be respectful. Respect boundaries. Your mentor is not your friend. So that you don't go mixing it up. Or your friend can be your mentor, but know when and how to balance the two. So that when you need mentorship, you're focusing on mentorship. When you need a friend, you're focusing on the friend. Don't go mix matching the two of them, because that can lead to potential breakouts. Both of you can decide to go your separate ways because the mentorship relationship is really not working out, and that would have stemmed from you. So be respectful, respect their boundaries, and be really grateful, because it's not everybody that really would take out the time to want to see you develop yourself, to want to see you grow. Particularly, it's not like everybody is wishing you bad or everybody wants to see your downfall, but it's not for somebody to really take out the time to focus on you. You should be grateful. Very often you could just send them a text. Oh, I really appreciate what you're doing for me. Language your gratitude. Let them know, express it. Don't just hide it and say, oh, so that they'll not begin to feel like they are all in all. Make them feel that way so that you can get more value from them. Yes, these are the tips that really help you in life generally, not even just in mentorship. You want someone to help you with something. You want someone to, do something for you. Really make them feel like they are all that. Make them feel they are all that and even more. You really get a lot. You get more than you must have envisioned from them. And then going to the last step is ask a lot of questions. Ask a lot of questions. Whatever it is you're not clear about, ask. Even if it just drops as a thought and you're like, oh, can this possibly be? Ask the question. Ask a lot of questions so you can be really clear about what you want to achieve. Ask a lot of questions about that industry that you are entering. Ask a lot of questions, even if it might seem irrelevant at that time. You will not know when you need it, so ask it. Ask questions. Asking questions will not only help you, it will also even help the mentor, evaluate how much they know. Like, you could possibly ask some questions that they really might not have thought of in that industry. So ask a lot of questions. Now, there's something you need to know and understand. Having a mentor, being in a mentorship relationship is not the time to start proving what you know. Yeah, you heard that. That's not the time to start proving, oh, that you know this. Before you came here, you knew this, you knew that. That's not the time for that. As a matter of fact, you don't know. Someone says, play the fool until you are good enough or you're excellent enough to become the master. So yes, play the fool. You don't know. If there's a situation whereby your mentor says something that you know is wrong, you could politely, state, I don't think, but if it seems like it's going to cause a banter, leave it. Play the fool. Leave it. They could eventually find out by themselves. And hopefully you don't get to be with mentors who are so ego-filled that they don't want to learn. I mean, nobody knows everything. You could know one or two, but still play the fool. Still play the fool. That's not the time to prove what you know. You will not start having banters or furious words exchange because you're trying to prove that this is what you know, and what you know is correct. What you can prove what you know to be right. No. Eventually you could pray that God, the Holy Spirit, helps them find clarity on that issue, helps them know the right thing or what is the right thing. Put your head to the ground. Don't be afraid to go under to go over. A friend of mine once said that, and it really stuck to me. Don't be afraid to go under to go over. Don't be afraid to be so low in whatever it is you're doing just to get to the peak point. Don't be afraid of it. I have a friend of mine that I really learn a lot of things from. I mean, this lady is so wise. The wisdom of God has been so bestowed upon her. And then I know this is someone. I looked at her and said, yeah, this is someone I can learn from. This is someone that can, I can be accountable to. But I made the mistake of, constantly trying to prove that I know what I might not even know. Trying to prove that, yeah, I know this too, I know that too. Mm-mm. I made that mistake, and I've been correcting myself whenever I find myself trying to act like, oh, I know this more than her. I tell myself, wait, relax. Even if I am 120% sure that what I am saying is correct, I just need to play the fool. Why? That will not only help the mentorship relationship, it would also help you understand humility. Yeah, it will help you understand humility. It will help you know how to curtail your tongue. All this is just part of the learning process that would help you, become so successful in your relationship with people, in getting contracts. It's not everything. Sometimes you're talking with your contractor and they're saying some things that are wrong. It's not. Sometimes it's not at that time you begin to prove that your knowledge base is so wide, or you overknow this thing. Mm-mm. Sometimes you calm down. They would recognize that you're wrong, and they come back to you and say, "Oh, that what you said is true. Is true. That was right." This is playing the fool is not feeling inferior. Playing the fool is just allowing some things be, so that you can gain more. Not the time you people will be using to banter whether what you've said is correct or what they've said is correct. You would have gained more from those times. So thank you for tuning in to this episode of the How is Life Marmar podcast. And I am really, really excited to have you here. Thank you for listening. You have a really, really great day. Bye. See you in the next episode.